unavoidably absent. So it's going to be me, myself, and I, and you, because I'll open up the phone lines at some point. DJ Mas is here in the studio with me this morning, and together we'll make your morning very, very interesting. So quickly, I would want to go deep into what we call personality disorders. But before I do that, let me also remind you that I am not a medical expert, okay? I am just a health journalist doing all of this research and then bringing whatever I have researched to the table. And if you ask me questions I may not be comfortable with answering, yes, I would refer back to the psychiatrist or psychotherapist who would now refer the answers back to you, okay? So please, the topic for today is quite sensitive. I'll be doing it based on research. And I want to delve into personality disorders. I want you to know that personality disorders are a group of mental health conditions that involve long-lasting disruptive patterns of thinking, behavior, even mood. And this has to do with yourself and how you relate to other people. So the truth is, people with personality disorders often do not realize that their thoughts and behaviors are problematic. They see it as a normal routine. They see this disorder already as a normal way of life. And that is why when they go to the hospital finally, when they discover that almost something is actually wrong with me, I need to speak with an expert. And then when they're told by the psychiatrist that, yes, indeed, something is wrong with you mentally, they tend not to agree. They feel that all is well, and they start to argue and may not want to take their medications. Okay, but let me tell you that a personality disorder is a mental health condition that involves long-lasting or encompassing disruptive patterns of thinking, behavior, like I said before. And then these patterns may often cause a person significant distress and also impair their ability to function optimally. Now, there are many personality disorders, like I said, but for today, the focus is going to be on one of those personality disorders. And I know you're wondering, which personality disorder is that? Dependent personality disorder. For short, it is known as DPD. Okay, so it is a mental health condition that involves an excessive need to be taken care of by others. Did you hear me? Dependent personality disorder, DPD, is a mental health condition that involves an excessive need to be taken care of by others. Maybe by the time I'm done reading out the signs and symptoms, then you know where you fall. Okay. Now, a person with DPD relies on people close to them for almost all their needs. Physical needs, financial needs, emotional needs, and you see that they might be clingy, they might be so needy, they won't want to stand on their own, they won't want to be dependent. For most people, it's not a problem. Well, we're finding out today that this is a personality disorder, and if not put in check, it could lead to a lot of things that you would never ever imagine. Okay, research shows that dependent personality disorder is a type of anxious personality disorder. Now, people with this kind of disorder often feel helpless. They often feel submissive. They often feel that they are incapable of taking care of themselves. They may have trouble making simple decisions. Yes, that is what dependent personality disorder is all about. Okay, so I remember at some point when I was in a higher institution, one of my lecturers gave an example. As a then, he felt it was a normal way of life. And he told us about his son, his first son, as a then, who was around, I think, 41 years. And then he said, as of that time, that young man was living in his house, was feeding from his own, pot of food. That young man didn't have a job. He didn't even deem it fit to go out, to hustle, to look for money, to contribute to the welfare of the family. As at that age, he wasn't even concerned about stepping out to get married or, just do something with your life. No. Now, the father had to bring that to our notice, and he didn't even know when he said he was concerned that his son was acting that way. But now, doing this research, I realized that maybe what that young man had is dependent personality disorder. It's something that happens and you might not even be able to explain it. So you now find out that this young man at 42 depends on his father for clothing, depends on his father for shelter, depends on his father for feeding, and depends on his father for anything finance at 42. For most people, it's not a problem. But my dear, if you look at it critically, you know that there is something else on the ground. Okay. So now I want to read out some of the symptoms so you would know exactly what I'm trying to talk about. Number one on the list is trouble making everyday decisions. Even up to what to wear. You might be confused. You might not know what to wear. You might not know what to put on. Now, trouble making everyday decisions without constant reassurance and advice from others. DJ Mas, how do I look? Are you sure I look good? No, I don't think this is going to fit. DJ Mas, what do you think? He will tell you today. Tomorrow, DJ Mas, what do you think about this shoe? Do I need to change this shoe? What do you think? DJ Mas will say, no, I don't like that color. Wear the green color. And you take, because you want to please DJ Mas. Because you feel that, if someone does not reassure you, you might be getting it wrong. That is dependent personality disorder. Another one is difficulty starting tasks on their own because they feel that if they start off that task, if they start off that project, they will fail if there is nobody to back them up. That is dependent personality disorder. Intense fear of not being able to take care of themselves. Like I gave an example of the 42-year-old man who at that time was still living with his dad. He was scared to go out and maybe look for a place to start to stay or maybe look for a job. He always felt, no, this is my father's house now. Don't worry, everything I need is already here. Forgetting that there will be a point you get to in life. You need to step out and take charge of your life. If not, you will forever remain under the roof of your parents. That's the fact. I don't even want to bring up the argument of what is the age bracket. What age should people get to before they finally move out of their parents' house? I don't want to go there. But I'm trying to just use that as an example. What of women? Most women, not all women now. I want to give you another scenario. There are some women who find themselves in abusive marriages, abusive homes. They find themselves in, I don't even know, in a tight corner. But they would not be able to leave. Why? Because they feel that, if I leave, I'm not saying that women who are in abusive homes should leave. That's not my point. Don't misquote me. I'm only trying to give some examples. The man is beating you every day. It is clear. It is glaring. Everybody can see it. He drags you out in the mud. He beats you. He drags you here and there. Even it has gotten to the extent that your family has said, please come back home. Let us take care of you. But because you're scared of being alone, because you're scared of being independent, because you're scared that if you leave that man, there might be no other way to survive. Why? Because you've been depending on him for food, you've been depending on him for shelter, you've been depending on him for almost everything in your life. And then maybe at that point, you don't even have a job or something to fall back on. That is dependent personality disorder. Now, another funny example or another funny symptom is doing or volunteering for uncomfortable tasks to get support from other people. You know that this thing you're about to do is something that is not, you don't even want to do it at all. But because you want to please DJ Mas, you want to please Mary, let me just do it so that I will not have issues with this person. I know that at the end of everything, I'll be tipped or something will be given to me. Even if that thing, for instance, Mas says, go and kill somebody. You know that it is wrong to kill someone. But because you don't want to offend Mas, because of the little things that you get from DJ Mas, you go ahead to kill someone. I don't know if you're getting the message. Now, needing other people to take responsibility for various aspects of your life. That is another example. We know that growing up, We all went through primary school. We all went through secondary school, higher institution. At some point, even in higher institution, your parents will always send you money, you know? They'll always send you money for books, send you money for school fees, send you money for accommodation, and so on and so forth. Now, it becomes a problem if after you have graduated and you've moved a step further in life, maybe you now have a job, or you are now doing other things, small hustle here and there, but you still call back home. Ah, daddy, he had, you know, I can no longer cope. Can you please send me 1,000 naira? Send me. I'm not saying that it is a bad thing, but when it becomes too much, it now seems more like you are working, or you just feel like if I don't ask these people for money, or if I don't fall back on these people, my life will not be complete. So you will need other people to take responsibility for your own life, even as an adult. That is dependent personality disorder. And then avoiding or expressing disagreement or creating conflicts, be it in relationship, for fear of losing that relationship. I have given you an example, you know, and I don't want to repeat, but it is clear. It is self-explanatory. You don't want to have issues with that man. You don't want to have issues with that woman, because you feel that if you do so, your life is over. Yes. And then having a fear of abandonment and a sense of helplessness when the relationship ends. And that is why you find out that most people who are in such relationships, when the relationship finally ends, they want to commit suicide. They want to kill themselves. Oh, I cannot do without John. John was the one paying, you know, virtually for my house rent, buying me clothes, buying me hair, buying me shoes. Why will he leave me for another woman? You become helpless. You feel abandoned. And the next thing, let me just kill myself. What am I living for? No, don't do that. That is a sign of dependent personality disorder. Now, my point in all of this is, it was when I did this research, it opened up my eye to really understand a lot of things going on in the society. People actually don't know that they have this disorder. And then when they end up killing themselves, we start to judge them. Stupid girl, stupid boy. He decided to kill himself. This life was sweet like this. Why did he kill himself? Why did she kill herself? Without knowing that maybe something else was going on in the brain. And they were just thinking of how helpless they were at that time. That is why in most cases, it is usually not good to judge people, because you actually do not know what transpired before they decided to take their lives. In as much as we discourage suicide in its entirety, do not for any reason take your own life, because there might, you know, be a light. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. The moment you give up, trust me, that life will go on. Oh, you know, people will come. Yes, they will come. They will mourn you for like 1 week, and that is it. Life continues. Okay, so we have a lot to talk about. I'll be telling you about the causes of dependent personality disorder, but I would want us to open up the phone line at this time. If you want to contribute to the topic, you want to, you know, share your thoughts with me this morning. Have you come across someone who has the dependent personality disorder? And if you have, at some point, did you also know that, okay, did you tell yourself something is definitely wrong with this person? I just want you to, you know, let's have this conversation together. I want you to share your thoughts with me. And if you have questions, you can ask. I will redirect them to a psychiatrist who will help us understand the dependent personality disorder better. 0911 20022 or 0707 454 1014. 0911 20022 0707 454 1014. You can also send us a WhatsApp message on 0707 491 3438. We are live on Facebook and YouTube at Echo FM, ECHOFM. Go right now, stream, drop your comments. I'll be here to read them out. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sister Mary.
Hi, good morning. How are you today?
I'm good.
Very well. What's your name?
My name is Marianne. I'm coming from Ibomiri.
Okay, go ahead, Marianne.
I have an experience too.
Okay.
Mine is that I was just dating a married man. Like, I don't know how it's this, but yesterday, this is just end up, I feel like committing suicide.
Wow. Okay. And then why did you feel that way? I really want to know. Why did you feel like your world was about to end?
I was feeling emotional, like emotional break with him. I haven't feel that type for someone like that, but it was a surprise that the relationship just ended. I didn't really mean it.
It just broke up like that. Okay, but I
Yeah,
want to ask you something. Now, this man, the married man you say you were dating, was he responsible for your finance? Was he responsible for your shelter? Was he responsible for your feeding and everything that has to do with you?
not all, but he always took me out. Sometimes he bought me things I needed. But
So,
I was just,
okay.
I'm not depending on him, oh, because I have
Yes.
the money.
You
But
you
what I'm doing, depending on is love. I need someone that can love me, not money.
okay.
Yesterday was just heartbreak. I feel like doing suicide.
Oh my
Because
goodness. Okay, Miriam, you know what? Just take it easy. I want you to take a deep breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Please do not commit suicide. If you commit suicide, married man has a wife, so life will continue. Your own parents will be there mourning and crying, for your death. So it's of no use committing suicide. Please move on, okay? The deed has been done. I wouldn't know what caused the breakup, but whatever it is, I want you to know that life has to go on, okay?
okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Marianne, and we love you so much. I don't want to start hearing issues, or hearing stories on the internet. Oh, Marianne killed herself because someone dumped her. No, that's what we hear all the time. I wouldn't know exactly where to classify your own case because you say you are also wealthy, you have the money. So I wouldn't say, okay, you were totally dependent on that man. Maybe just what you're suffering from is emotional breakdown, which happens to everybody when they find themselves in such a relationship. So please take it easy, okay? We love you. Good morning to you. All right, try and redirect your calls to the second number. Good morning to you.
Yeah. Good morning, the Slim Diva.
Catch you soon. How far now?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good.
How was your weekend?
Very well. Good morning to you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Catchison, Ekuha. I am calling from my community, Avo, in the West local government.
Okay.
Yeah. Please, this first caller, I expected you to ask her why she was dating a married man. And she had the guts to even say it already.
No. Take it easy, okay? That will be you judging someone. We don't do that. Like we always say, everyone is entitled to their opinion. She actually sees this place as a safe space. How many young ladies will open up their mouth and say they are dating married men?
That's what I'm saying.
I want
Imagine
you,
the guts.
no, calm down. I want you to understand that she sees this program as a safe space and then she decided to share her experience. And I'm glad she did. What if she had killed herself? Understand where I'm coming from. So now is not the time to start to judge, but it's the time to support her, bring her back, and then maybe later tell her that, okay, nee, this thing is not good though. But for now, you don't start casting blames, okay?
Okay, for me, I don't have any sympathy for you, honestly speaking.
Okay, Coach Yasin, thank you so much for your call
No,
this
let me.
morning.
I have a question now.
Quickly, go ahead.
Okay, I want to ask. This particular topic we are discussing.
Yes.
I don't know if it's from statistics or whatever, whether it happens to more to the male folk or the female folk. So let us know the statistics where this thing majorly lies. Because for me, I think it lies majorly on the female folk.
Okay.
Because women naturally they depend on men, just like this. You know. So let us know. I know how you can treat them. So please, yes, be contented with what they have.
Men, be content with what you have as well.
I'm talking about women, please.
Men, no, be content with what you have.
Women, no.
Can't you see? No, I'm not going to do this with you this morning. I'm telling you, I will not do the gender thing with you, okay? But I totally understand where you're coming from. However, I would also do a little research to find out if it's more in the men or in the women. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Hi, how are you today?
I'm good.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Mona. I'm calling from Odinze.
Munachi, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we all have personality disorder.
Okay.
Like we have extrovert and introvert. Extroverts, they are outgoing, responsive, warm, and friendly. While the introvert, they have self-discipline, self-sacrifice. I think every um, personality has its own flaws.
Okay. So you're saying that in one way or the other, we all have one disorder, one
Oh,
personality disorder or another, right?
yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
And we all have our own strengths too.
And weaknesses.
Yes.
Absolutely true. Thank you, Muna. I really appreciate you for this contribution. We all have our strengths. We all have our weaknesses. Kachisin, did you hear that? That is why you shouldn't just judge people, okay? First of all, hear their story and find out why they like to do what they do. All right. Hello, good morning to you. Hello. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with this particular number. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, this Lindiva.
Hi, Amma, it's been a while. Good morning. How have you been?
Your lines have been as hot as I will compare it with hellfire.
Ah, no, not hellfire, please.
Okay,
Good
let me say
morning.
it has become an American visa, lottery visa.
Better, yes, we can be better compared to that. Yes.
Yeah, sure. It has to get you people online these days.
Yes, I know. Amma, you're welcome. Go ahead,
Well,
please.
it's a positive development anyway.
Thank you.
Like the first lady that spoke, I think he has confirmed what I'm about to say. When you look at this disorder you are talking about, you see that 95% of our African ladies are suffering from it.
Okay.
And that is quite obvious. Most of them depend on the gender. Your gender depends on us in order to survive.
That's what you
So,
feel, right?
Yeah, that is the truth. At least that's where lady confirmed it. So there is no doubt about that.
Okay.
So I think mainly maybe it's because of maybe the way somebody is brought up or whatever. I don't know. But I think it's like you said, you would do research. There is no need of doing whether it's a gender thing. There is no need of doing research. It's quite obvious. Yes.
Oh, okay. You people have put hands together to come and attack us this morning, right?
No, not attacking.
Okay.
At least if you look into it very well, you will confirm that you are saying the truth.
Okay.
Because majority of them, 95% of them, are dependent on us men. So
Okay.
that is where I look at.
All
In
right.
Africa, but if you go to all this
Western
development,
world.
yes, Western world, it's not like that.
Okay.
So the female gender believe in self-development and self-dependence.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm out from it.
Thank you. I appreciate you as always, Amma. Why do men in particular always feel that women depend on them to survive? Maybe in the time of our parents it was so, but you see this age and time, men depend on women to survive. DJ Mas, men depend on women to survive. True or false? You need to see his face. Oh my God. Whether we like it or not, there are some families that are being carried by women. I don't want to do this gender thing with you people this morning. Okay, but let us go back to research. Dependent personality disorder is diagnosed more frequently in women than men. So you're right if you say that, okay? I was only kidding. However, the difference may be partly because women are more likely to seek treatment more than the men. Now, it's on record that most times when men have one health issue or the other, they hardly go to the hospital, not to talk of when it is related to their brain or when it has to do with a mental health disorder. They hardly show up. So statistics shows that people who have reported to psychiatrists, people who have reported to psychotherapists are usually women. So that is why it seems more like women have this disorder more than the men. Okay. Do you understand? I have answered your question. Kachisin and Ama. All right, keep your calls coming in. Hello, good morning to you. Yes, good morning. What's your name?
It's Honorable Fidel Ahanono, Alawan of Alezo Autonomous Community.
Where have you been, sir? Good morning to you.
I think the issue is that the network and the cluster of congestion on your line.
Yes, I know. Oh,
yeah.
You're welcome. It's good to hear from you once again. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. I'm calling from Triple A House, Germany,
It's okay. Go ahead.
The problem we are having is that you have just stated it. Men don't even go to hospital to check the state of their health. When once they feel they are okay, they move about their business.
Exactly.
But a little bit occur to the female folk, they will resort to hospital to be diagnosed. Men have a series of problems to carry. The problem of family, relationships, and all whatnot. So they don't even care if they are having psycho problems. There are counselors these days that can counsel people on how to take care of their health. And before now, they thought that whenever somebody is diagnosed of a psychotherapeutic issue, you have become a mad person. So they don't want to hear about that,
Yes.
So that is the problem. So if you are telling them that they are psychiatric, physicians, even if you ask them to go for psychiatric test, they will tell you, am I mad? Are you saying I'm mad?
Exactly.
So that is the problem we are facing. But thank God the advent of technologies and the people, health officials that are coming very close now and the events of technology, they are teaching us that if somebody is having a psycho problem, it doesn't mean you are a lunatic or mad.
Very
so
true.
One has to control his, his head and all whatnot, so that things are right. I doff my cap for that woman from Ubomini.
Yes.
Who spoke, and it's not easy for a woman or a lady to come out and say, I've been dating a married man. So nobody should, blame that lady. I love her sagacity. I don't. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Honorable Fidel Ahanonu, one of my ardent listeners from way back. I appreciate you so much for joining us on Echo FM. Thank you so much. You heard what he said. People still do not want to wake up to the reality when they're told that they have one mental health issue or the other. That's the essence of this program, to enlighten everybody, including myself, that every human at some point in their lifetime will come down with one personality disorder or one mental health problem. So don't feel that, you're being insulted when they've told you almost something is wrong with your brain, and then you say, no, I'm fine. Nothing is wrong. That is what the psychiatrists see almost all the time at the clinic, at their hospitals. All right, let's squeeze in this call before we go ahead with the conversation. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Sister Mary.
Hi, Uncle. What's your name?
Yes, I'm Maz. Yes, I'm calling from Ndi Onyemobi, Lokuta LGA.
Ndi Onyemobi.
Yeah.
Your village name is unique. This is the first time I'll be hearing of that village. Okay, so you're welcome, please. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think, first of all, I will say that the lady I called, the first caller, she needed someone to love her. And the married man, is the only person that filled the gap. And that's why she broke down immediately, that there is this connection between the two of them. So nothing wrong about that. Nothing wrong for her even to get married to a married man. So let us stop.
Oh, no. Okay, that was network, not me. Thank you all the same. It's your opinion. It's valid. Like we would always say, we are all adults, okay? There's an extent to which you can advise people. Whatever choice they have decided to make as adults, allow them. However, tell them about the disadvantages. That is how I live my life, okay? So let us not judge her. She was just a caller calling in to express herself and tell us how she feels. Marianne, if you're listening, I doff my heart for you this morning. I want you to be strong, okay? You will find a man, a younger man that would love you for who you are, okay? Keep being yourself and please do not take your own life. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello,
Yes, what's your name, please?
I'm Franklin.
Your name
Calling
is
Franklin
Franklin. Okay, Franklin, where are you calling from?
from Umekune Ngobalo.
Ngokbala. Please go ahead, Franklin.
Okay, my own contribution. Everybody have this depression, but sometimes things that you involve yourself trigger it out.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm.
Some situations trigger it out. Lifestyles trigger it out. And also, some relationships that are not supposed to involve in. And when it break up, it triggers it out also. Because I have examples here. A young guy that was into a relationship, but at the end, some stories that resulted to him and came to him that made him to enter into this depression that even to the extent he added it with drugs. So sometimes we need to know the things we involve ourselves into
Okay.
so that it will not collapse us at the wrong end.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for your call this morning. I really appreciate you, Franklin. And Franklin says most of the time we cause our problems ourselves. We already know that such relationships might not end well, and we still shook head. Abi, Preshi, that's how she says it, right? We shook head. Because we want to, see the outcome. And in the end, you'll be emotionally battered. So Franklin is advising, if you already know that, for people who want to go into relationships, you already know, you have seen, if you have foresight, and you have seen that this relationship I want to go into, someday the man will leave me. For instance, if he's a married man, definitely one day if he leave you, he will go back to his wife. Understand where I'm coming from. So Franklin is saying it might also be something that can trigger the dependent personality disorder and make someone feel that without that person, they cannot live their lives. Okay. So if you just tune in, you're listening to Health Revolution right here on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. My name is still Mary, the Slim Diva, your most adorable. Before I go ahead to take more calls, we are talking about dependent personality disorder. I have told you about the definition. I've told you what it is. I've told you about the signs and symptoms to look out for. Causes of dependent personality disorder. This is quite interesting. I'm seeing a lot of things that can make a person calm down with this kind of disorder. Number one factor is experiencing abuse. People who have a history of abusive relationships have a higher risk of coming down with a dependent personality disorder. Maybe you have been in your first relationship, either marriage or maybe just a relationship, and you were abused physically, emotionally, psychologically. You were totally battered and, misused. And then in the end, you left that first relationship. It happened again the second time. It happened again the third time. And maybe you now reassured yourself and told yourself, it's better I stay on my own. No, I wouldn't want to go into any other relationship. And then boom, one handsome young man comes. I'm speaking for the ladies now. And then reassures you, don't worry. You see those people, they did all those things to you. I will not do it to you. I will be loving. I will be caring. DJ Masogini. I'll be here to take care of you. I will attend to your needs. And then you fall for this person. Really, he keeps to his word. He takes care of you. He buys you everything you need, only for him one day, boom, he's gone. And you go back to square one. So for people who frequently experience abuse, there is every tendency that they will come down with a dependent personality disorder. Another cause is childhood trauma. Children who were abused as children, including verbal abuse or neglect by their parents or neglect by people around them. And then when they finally find someone who cares for them, they might want to be clingy. They might not want to leave that person. They might be scared. Oh, if I finally leave this person that has been there for me all my lifetime, I don't know what my life will turn out to be. So childhood trauma is another thing that can predispose people to coming down with dependent personality disorder according to research. Please do not misquote me. These things I'm doing are all according to research, okay? Certain cultural, religious, or family behaviors. Some people may develop the dependent personality disorder due to cultural or religious practices that emphasize reliance on authority. For instance, in one part of Nigeria, the moment a young girl gets to 14, what is 14? 12, they start to push her to a rich, wealthy man. Go and get married to that man. We want you to be the savior of this family. They push her, against her will, against her wish. And then she finds herself in early marriage to that man. She finds herself being married to such a man at that tender age. What do you think will happen to her? She will be dependent on that person for virtually everything, because at that time she's quite young, she's vulnerable. At that point in time, she might be confused, she might not know her right from her left. So this particular disorder might come up, dependent personality disorder. And then she has to depend on that man for virtually everything. So yes, it's not wrong, it's not out of place if we say that it is mostly diagnosed in the females than the men. Yes, according to research. 0911 20,022, or you call 0707 454 1014. Those are the studio numbers. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, what's wrong with your voice? Are you okay?
I'm okay. It's just I was crying. Good morning.
You were crying?
Princess. Yes, good morning.
Princess, what's wrong?
I'm fine. I'm okay just because of the program you're doing this morning.
Oh, my. Please do not cry, my darling. What's the problem? What do you want to share?
Okay. Well, how will I put it? I have an experience too. That's during my days in secondary school, in boarding school. I was raped then.
Oh, my.
So, but in question, the person was arrested by my dad, and he died in the custody of the police.
Oh,
my.
So
then I nearly took an overdose drug.
Jeez.
So then I later confided to my mom about the drug. That's 2 days later. I was expecting that maybe my corpse was going to drop dead.
Oh, my God.
So I wasn't seeing any reaction on it, so I had to speak to my mom. Immediately the family doctor came in and took me over from Lagos State to East Imo State. And the treatment started till... I was in the hospital for like 3 months. Just to get back my senses.
Oh, my God.
That was what happened to me then.
Oh, my. So sorry. So sorry. And I know that is quite traumatic for you, Princess. But I really appreciate you for, sharing this experience. It's your first step to healing. Since after that incident, have you been able to see a counselor or psychologist?
Yes, I'm also a medical person. I'm a medical student.
Okay.
So since then, I've been feeling fine. I'm good. And I never tried anything in relationship till recently now. I have to give it a try to someone else I met recently. So I'm fine. I'm doing good now.
Thank God.
I'm glad to share my experience. This Princess from Irete.
Thank you, Princess. I really appreciate you. Oh, my God. This is what spurs me to do this program every weekday. It's not easy bringing up health topics every weekday. I know what I'm saying. But the moment I realize that some people depend on it, I try my best to be here. Now, we have had 2 ladies who have called in to share their experiences. And it has to do with trauma, emotional trauma, psychological trauma. So what if they cannot unwind? What if they cannot pour out their hearts here? They might find it difficult telling other people outside about how they feel. I really appreciate you, Princess, and Marianne, 2 ladies who are, I describe as strong-hearted women. I know it's not easy what you're passing through, but trust me, you shall overcome. I would recommend you continue with your counseling sessions, okay? It will help you because from what I can see, you're still traumatized by that event. But please do not give up, okay? Thank you very much. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, please. What's your name?
Yeah, speaking with MC Holy Boy.
Okay, Holy Boy, where are you calling from?
Right about now, I'm at Mbari Street, UBA precisely.
All right, go ahead, please.
I don't really want to judge, But you see the lady that said she dated a married man.
No, please, can you stick to the topic? Dependent personality disorder, I beg you. I wouldn't want you to comment on any of those ladies. Go ahead. Do you have any contribution to the topic, please? Quickly.
Mostly we men, we don't believe that there's something wrong with us.
Okay.
Are you getting it? No,
Yes.
like the idea of, you are a man, you can do it. Are you getting it? We now hide everything in the idea of you are a man, you can do it. We don't believe that we can speak, or we don't believe that maybe something is wrong with us. That's why we say mostly to be like is highly unlady. So why sometimes you should not about
Okay.
you understand? But for me, if I may say, it's highly unlady, but generally to everyone.
Okay. So generally, it's also it also happens to other people. That's what you're saying. Okay, thank you so much for your call. Let me squeeze in this one before we continue with the conversation. Your name and location. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name, please?
I'm Mike Onyechifla Odunzito. I'm out for Imiriwe.
Elder, you are welcome. Go ahead.
This your program has saved a lot of life.
Thank you.
And I'm so happy with this program.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, and God bless you.
God bless you too, Elder. He would always call in to say God bless you, and God bless you as well. I appreciate you. Thank you for listening. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Hi, darling. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Okay,
I'm Miriam.
Miriam, the Miriam who called in before?
No.
Oh, another Marianne. Okay, go ahead, please.
I want to. The topic that you bring today is very good.
Okay.
My mom passed through all this thing. My mom got my grandparents pushed my mom into marriage at a very early age.
Yeah.
At the age of 13.
Wow.
She gave birth to my senior sister at the age of 14.
Oh my God. Kai, that must have traumatized her, right?
Yes, to an old man.
Hey.
My father died, and left her. She started struggling. No help.
Okay. Wow. So, but how is she coping on right now? How is she coping on?
Though my father has other children, they send us out of the house.
Okay.
Yes.
But you're saying that it made her to be dependent, or are you saying that it affected her, it traumatized her entirely?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Marianne, for calling. All right, thank you.
Miriam.
Oh, Marianne. Thank you. We don't know how to pronounce names these days. Some will call and say Marianne. Some will say Mariam. Even Miriam. There's nothing I've not heard. But thank you. Thank you for sharing your story, okay? I appreciate you. Should we take more calls? Okay, let me squeeze in this one. Good morning to you.
Morning, my darling sister.
Hello. How have you been?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm okay. What's your name, please?
Thank you. I'm Chibuzo, concerned citizen from Mumbai.
Concerned citizen. Go ahead.
Thank you. You see, this thing that normally happens to ladies, it happens to men too.
Okay.
Like, for example, like somebody like me now. We fall in love by force. I joined the lady. Before you know, she runs to another guy. I nearly died.
Oh, my God.
I come to another one. I sent her to. The same thing. The third one. This really happened.
Oh,
the same thing. I thought I do that business. I give her a shop. Even I was suffering. I wasn't enough people.
Oh, my.
No, but nevertheless, she still on to somebody. But I have to now be a man.
Yes.
But she's calling me because why? The boy he runs to. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
So what are we talking about? It happened to man. It happened to woman. I nearly died.
Please, thank God you did not die.
Thank you.
Thank God you're alive, and thank you for calling in. Chibuzo, concerned citizen. So, yes, it's also established that the same way it happens in women, it also happens in the men. Okay, so how is dependent personality disorder diagnosed? Yes. Now, the thing is, according to research, this particular personality disorder continues to evolve throughout childhood and adolescent development. And then because of this, most healthcare providers do not typically diagnose someone with dependent personality disorder until after the age of 18, until the person is now an adult. That's when you will know if that person has this particular disorder. Why? Because it can be very, very difficult to diagnose. And this is also because most people who already have this disorder do not think there is a problem with their behavior or their psyche, the way they think. For instance, a woman who has grown up in a house, seen the dad provide everything for the mother. I'm just giving a typical example. The father buys food stuff, buys clothes for the mother, buys everything for the mother. There is every tendency that when that young lady also grows up into an adult, she will start to think that men should be the people to take care of her every need. Understand me? So for such a person, it will be very difficult convincing her or him that what they are having is the dependent personality disorder. And that is why it is very, very difficult to diagnose. However, you can get help when you see a psychologist or when you see a psychiatrist. I am referring you now to the hospital. If you think you or any of your loved ones has this disorder, please do not hesitate. Refer them to the psychiatrist immediately so that they will get all the help that they need. When you go there, they'll ask you a lot of questions. They'll ask you about your history. They'll ask you about your past relationships if you're an adult. They'll ask you about even where you work, your previous work history. And then they start to do all the diagnosis. I wouldn't want to go there because I am not a psychiatrist. I do not know how they do these things. But I'm telling you and I'm assuring you that if you are traumatized and you have this particular personality disorder, please do not hesitate to go see a psychiatrist or a psychologist. Okay. Yes, so there are a lot of things to say, but I wouldn't want to continue. Let me quickly tell you that there are a lot of treatment options available. According to research, I can see talk therapy, known as psychotherapy. When you go there, the psychiatrist or psychotherapist knows exactly what to do. There's also the cognitive behavioral therapy, psychodynamic therapy. There is also, these are the therapies you'll be made to undergo when you go to the hospital. Okay. So, but I want you to know that if dependent personality disorder is left untreated, it can have a lot of consequences. Additional mental health conditions can come up, like depression, anxiety, substance use disorder. Oh, this girl has left me. I'm going to kill myself. Before I kill myself, let me start to use this drug. It will help me calm my nerves. And before you know it, you graduate and you start to abuse other substances. Another complication is you start to have relationship issues in the future. Difficulty trusting other people. There will be increased likelihood of experiencing physical, emotional, and sexual abuse, because this time around, anything goes for you because the people you trusted let you down. I'm talking of people with this disorder that were mostly affected by their relationships. Don't get it twisted, okay? So thank you so much for listening, but I want you to know that dependent personality disorder, according to research, cannot be prevented. However, when you go see a psychiatrist and psychologist, they would help you with some options that can lessen the symptoms. So seeking help as soon as those symptoms come up is key to getting all the help that you need. Thank you very much for listening. It's not the end of the world. If you find out that you have this disorder, that is the first step to healing. Please go to the hospital. I love you so much. And to all the beautiful ladies and the men who called me this morning, I want to let you know that, yes, because of you, I will always come here at exactly 11 every morning. Tomorrow we'll make a return. I'll be looking at issues that affect women during pregnancy. Have you heard of, oh God, how am I going to put this? I've heard stories where women will say, oh, I went to the hospital, I went to give birth, and they said that my cord wrapped my baby. Have you heard that? And you've been wondering, how is it even possible? How can a cord wrap a child, a fetus in the stomach? Well, we'll look at that particular topic tomorrow, and I want you to please stay glued to your radio. Do not miss it for anything. My name is Mary Omeniwode, the Slim Diva, your most adorable. Thank you so much. At 12, we'll bring you the news at noon. DJ Mars, thank you as well. Back to the music.
Echo FM. It's the sound of the city. Echo 100.7.
Too good looking. Come on, make them stop the fooling. Yeah.
This week to help those in need.
If you know that it's God Almighty that created you and created we Nigerians like you need to do good things for us because the masses are suffering. How can suspend me here? Are we your slaves?
And I'm going to win this election.
Stay informed with Echo FM 100.7. Join us for exclusive interviews with experts, breaking updates on local and global events, and in-depth coverage of issues impacting our community. Tune in every day at 6:30 a.m., 12 noon, 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. for our major news bulletin in English, Igbo,
people, this not time. On top Echo
and Pidgin language. For more inquiries, you can reach us through our email, echofm@thekingmail.com. You can follow us on our social media handles at Echo FM. Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. We are the Fresh News People. It's the news at noon on Echo FM 100.7. It's the news at noon on Echo FM 100.7.
Good afternoon. This is the Global News at Noon right here on Echo FM 100.7, the station with fair and balanced reporting. My name is Mary Omeniwode, bringing you the latest news and breaking stories around the world this afternoon. Here are the headlines. Federal government appeals to resident doctors to end strike, pledges full payment of arrears. Tinubu moves to appoint new ambassadors amid U.S. tension. Nigeria on track to hit 2 million BPD oil production by 2027, NNPC. Death toll rises to 40 as Vietnam battles record floods. On sports news, NFF contractor disagree over abandoned Delta mini stadium. And 13 drug suspects die in shootout with police in Mexico. Details shortly. And we'll begin with national stories that says the federal government has urged striking resident doctors to suspend their industrial action and embrace ongoing dialogue aimed at resolving outstanding grievances. Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare Isaac Salako said the government has addressed most of the 19-point demands raised by the doctors, including salary arrears and improved working conditions. He emphasized that negotiations are ongoing and assured full commitment. Salako identified disunity among health professional bodies as a major factor fueling conflicts in the sector. He noted that the tendency for individual unions to negotiate separately, even on common issues, often results in overlapping agreements and policy inconsistencies. He therefore called for a more harmonized approach through a unified collective bargaining agreement. He therefore reaffirmed that the Tinubu's administration is determined to end years of disarray in the sector, stressing that all unions must now negotiate under one framework. Meanwhile, the resident doctors said they will not call off the strike until their demands are fully met, though they acknowledge the government's move to release funds for outstanding payments. Meanwhile, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is finalizing the appointment of new ambassadors to Nigeria's foreign missions worldwide following months of diplomatic gaps. According to multiple presidency sources, the president has ordered a final cleanup of the list to ensure accuracy before its public release. The Senate has already screened nominees, and final adjustments are being made to replace those who retired, passed away, or withdrew. Sources disclosed that security and background checks on the nominees were completed months ago, but required updating due to the changes. The latest review seeks to maintain Nigeria's global diplomatic representation amid growing pressure from international partners over vacant missions. This move follows Tinubu's 2023 directive recalling all ambassadors from 109 foreign missions for a comprehensive review. The appointments are expected to strengthen Nigeria's foreign policy, especially as tensions with the United States and other partners continue to rise over trade and regional security issues. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAM, has extended the 2025 admissions deadline for public universities from October 31st to November 17. The board's public communications advisor, Fabian Benjamin, said the decision was prompted by unforeseen delays affecting some institutions' admission processes. He assured that the extension would allow affected universities to complete admissions without compromising standards. JAM recalled that at the 2025 policy meeting held in July, it had earlier fixed October 31st as the deadline for public universities to conclude admissions. The new extension will enable private universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education to complete their own processes before the national closing date of December 31. The board emphasized that the new date is final and binding on all public universities. It reiterated its commitment to transparent and credible admission procedures that uphold institutional autonomy while promoting national education goals. And in Lagos State, activist and former presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore has dismissed the Lagos State Police Command's decision declaring him wanted over allegations of inciting public interest. Unrest, I beg your pardon. Police Commissioner Olohundare Jimo claimed that Sowore and members of his Take It Back movement plan to block major roads to protest recent demolitions in Oworon-Shoki. In his response on social media, Sowore described the police action as an attempt to suppress activism and distort facts surrounding the demolitions. He said he had tried contacting the commissioner without success, but planned to meet him directly to clarify the situation. Meanwhile, the Kano State government has announced plans to integrate over 1,600 repentant thugs into its empowerment program as part of efforts to promote peace and social reform. Commissioner for Information and Internal Affairs, Comrade Ibrahim Abdullahi Weya, said the initiative aims to help youths who have renounced violence rebuild their lives through training and mentorship. He explained that the government believes many of the former thugs possess valuable skills that can be redirected towards productive ventures. Weya stated that the empowerment program will provide vocational training and startup tools to ensure participants become self-reliant and contribute meaningfully to the state's economy. He further emphasized that the initiative seeks to reduce youth involvement in social vices and strengthen community peace. The commissioner reaffirmed the government's determination to sustain the gains of peace building and create safer neighborhoods across the state. It's exactly 8 minutes past 12. If you just joined us, you are listening to the global news right here on Echo FM 100.7. Here's a recap of the headlines once again. Federal government appeals to resident doctors to end strike, pledges full payment of arrears. Tinubu moves to appoint new ambassadors amid U.S. tension. Nigeria on track to hit 2 million BPD oil production by 2027. This is according to the NNPC. Death toll rises to 40 as Vietnam battles record floods. And on sports news, NFF and contractor disagree over abandoned Delta Mini Stadium. 13 drug suspects die in shootout with police in Mexico. We'll bring you more details in sports news and more. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
Cholera is an infectious disease that causes severe watery diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and even death if untreated. Symptoms include weakness, intense thirst, vomiting, muscle cramps, rapid dehydration, diarrhea, restlessness, or irritability. These symptoms can begin as soon as a few or as long as 5 days after a person has been infected. If symptoms occur, seek medical attention immediately. Prevention is key. Drink only boiled or treated water. Do not drink out of a bottle with a broken seal. Wash fruits and vegetables thoroughly with clean water. Wash your hands regularly with soap and running water. Avoid close contact with infected individuals. Together, we can make our society cholera-free. This message is brought to you by Echo 100.7 FM, Owerri.
Feels good to know you're still there. You're listening to the global news right here on Echo FM 100.7. Over now to the rest of the stories. In business news, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, says Nigeria is on course to boost crude oil production to 2 million barrels per day by 2027 and 3 million by 2030. The Executive Vice President upstream, Udi Ntia, disclosed this at the Abu Dhabi International Petroleum Exhibition and Conference for 2025. He said the company's growth plan is driven by technology, efficiency, and decarbonization strategies designed to enhance exploration while maintaining sustainability. According to Ntia, innovations in artificial intelligence and digital technology will enable the company optimize mature oil feeds and improve on production outputs. Over now to the sad news on the foreign scene that says the death toll from record floods in central Vietnam has risen to 40, with 6 people still missing as authorities battle another incoming storm. Torrential rains have devastated key provinces including Hua Da Nang and Lan Dong, submerging towns and destroying farmlands. Thousands of residents have been displaced while rescue operations continue amid rising waters. Vietnam's central region, prone to seasonal rains, has seen intensifying weather events attributed to climate change. Experts say global warming is increasing the frequency and severity of tropical storms, with Typhoon Kaomegi now threatening to make landfall as the 13th storm of 2025. And still on the foreign scene, 13 suspected drug cartel members have been killed in a shootout with police in the Mexican state of Sinaloa. 4 other suspects were arrested and 9 kidnapped victims were rescued following the violent clash in Guasave, a town in the northwestern region of Mexico. Authorities also seized weapons, vehicles, and tactical gear from the gang. Officials say Sinaloa has been plagued by deadly tough wars between rival factions of a powerful cartel for more than a year. The conflict has resulted in over 1,700 deaths, including 57 minors, with nearly 2,000 people still missing. And finally, on sports news this afternoon, the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, has defended its decision to terminate the contract of the contractor handling the FIFA-funded mini stadium in Uborodo, Delta State. NFF General Secretary Dr. Mohamed Sanusi said the contractor failed to return to the site within the agreed timeline, despite receiving about $500,000 for the project. The contractor, Monimi Chel Sports, has however dragged the NFF to court demanding 10 billion naira in damages over alleged breach of contract. The Uborodo Stadium project, alongside another in Benin Kebbi, was funded under the FIFA Forward program to promote grassroots football development in Nigeria. While the Benin KB project has been completed and in use for over 2 years, the Uborodo site remains abandoned. The NFF insists the termination followed due process, citing non-performance, while critics accuse the Federation of poor oversight in project supervision. And that's all for the global news this afternoon. This was put together by Benjamin Joseph. For more information and inquiries, visit our social media platforms on Facebook at Echo FM, X at Echo FM_Owerri, Instagram at Echo FM 100.7, and YouTube at Echo FM 100.7. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by visiting www.echofm.net. That is www.echofm.net. My name is Mary Omeni Wode. Thank you for listening. Do enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Good afternoon.